To get into your MCC Global Classroom or Webex course, you need to first get into Desire to Learn, our current online learning management system, and in your particular course, go to the content area and look for something called the Webex link. It may be its own module on the left-hand side of the content area, or you might find something like a course information module that has a link near the syllabus. So you're looking for this particular link, and once you click on it, it will open up the meeting room for your instructor. You need to add your first and last name and whatever your email address is. And then before you click Join Meeting, if this is the first time that you've ever been in a Webex video conferencing session, click this drop-down arrow and choose Always Joined from Desktop App. That's going to make sure that you see the same screen that tech support sees, so if you have any trouble and you call them, you can ensure that you're both looking at the same thing. Once you choose this, you shouldn't have to choose it every single time, unless for some reason you clean your browser, you buy a new computer, or you use a different browser. So just make sure this is always checked. Now when I click Join a Meeting, it's going to automatically open up because I've been in Webex before. If you've never been in Webex before, it'll probably download a file that you just need to double click and run so that it can install and your Webex meeting can work. So since I have already done that, I can't show you that process, though again, it should just be one download file, double click on it, run it, and you should be okay. So I'll click Join Meeting, and we should see this Webex Classroom in progress. Okay, so there I am. You can see the little preview. So what we're seeing right here is we can call it using our computer, and that's what we need to choose. So click Call Using Computer, and then you're going to choose what speakers you're using. So whether you have headphones plugged in, or like I can hear mine through my microphone. Built-in output means the speakers on your actual computer. So if you want to just hear it through the computer, then click in Built-in Output. And then whatever your microphone is, you should be able to click here and change it to your microphone. It might say built-in microphone if your computer has an actual built-in microphone, and it might have a named microphone if you've plugged in your microphone and it's something like a Blue microphone, Yeti, Snowball. I can't remember different brands of microphones, but choose whichever one that is. Now, what I want you to do is click More Options, and it's really important that you do this because this is where you can test and see if it's actually working. So right now, see how it says my speaker went back to the Yeti stereo microphone? I'll choose Built-in Output, make sure it's loud enough, and then I'll hit Test, and once I hit Test, you should hear a chime. If you hear a chime, then that means you know that your speakers are working. This is really important because if you can hear it, then that means your speakers are working, and if there are audio issues in terms of you not being able to hear what he's saying, then more than likely, it's not an issue on your end, but an issue on the instructor's end. Okay, so same thing here, Yeti stereo microphone. You can see it barely, if I snap in front of it, you can see it, but I'm going to turn it up. Now you can see as I talk, it's hearing me a lot more. So this means that he'll be able to hear me loud and clear. So I've adjusted it. Now you could do automatically adjust volume and it'll try on its own, but for me, I like it to just do that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and click OK. And now in terms of the web camera, you should be able to drop this down. If you don't want to do video, say no video, but we actually prefer that you choose video. So make sure you pick your webcam, which might be listed differently than mine. I have a Mac that has a built-in FaceTime camera. So I'll go ahead and click that. And then you should be able to see that preview. Hi. Okay. So once I've connected my audio and video, I need to click here. And as we get into this class, it's a class in progress. So I'm going to be quiet. So you might see a little bit of transition because I'm going to do a little bit of back and forth filming. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and click connect audio and video, and we'll see what this looks like. The first thing we want to do is see who's in our class. Click the Participants button and the Quick Links buttons at the bottom of the screen. From here, we can see a list of the students who are in our class. On the right-hand side, you should see some buttons to raise your hand to ask a question, turn on or off your camera, and turn your microphone on or off. In this panel, you can also see audio waves that are moving. This indicates whether or not audio is coming through for that person. So let's check out the chat feature by hitting the chat button. I can add my question, hit enter or return, and it'll pop up on the screen. The chat feature is a good way to ask questions of your instructor and/or classmates. The other quick link buttons include the ability to turn on or off your microphone, turn on or off your webcam, and share content if your instructor allows you to. One thing you'll notice as you start to watch a Webex class is that the screen will start bouncing back and forth between the live classroom and your instructor and other students that are a part of Webex. Now, if they're on a web camera, you'll be able to see them actually sitting at their home or their place of business. But if they don't have a web camera, you'll see initials that represent their name. And when they're the active speaker, Webex tries to automatically switch to their camera so that we can watch them as they are speaking. So you might see some bouncing back and forth if a couple of people have their microphones on simultaneously. Eventually, your instructor will start to share content with you. This could be websites, PowerPoint presentations, videos, documents, anything really. One little known feature that you can actually do is share content back. If your instructor gives you permission, you can take over and share your PowerPoint, your video, your links, your websites, etc. Also, don't be afraid to ask your instructor to adjust the camera so that you can see him or her or the rest of the class clearly. A couple of handy tools are the zoom in, zoom out, and the fit to viewer button. The fit to viewer button, when clicked, will zoom into your whiteboard and fill the screen. You can use the zoom out button to get back to the normal view or to make it even smaller. Also, be on the lookout for different view buttons that can help you increase your screen so that it fills the entire screen, or other options that can be side-by-side view, window pane view, or normal whiteboard view. To fix your audio or video, click on the three dots in the quick links at the bottom of the screen and choose Audio Connection. From here, you can look at the settings, your speaker, your microphone, and you can also adjust the volume automatically. When you're done with the Webex class, go to File and choose Leave Meeting. If there were any assets given to you over the course of the Webex class, it will give you the opportunity to save them. If you don't want to save them, uncheck the boxes and choose Leave Meeting.